Remember the last time you used a public restroom?
Hi guys, welcome back to another What I Eat in a Day. Remember, I'm fat and I don't eat healthy. Today for McDonald's, I went for breakfast and I ordered myself a sausage, egg, and cheese burrito. It was my first time trying this and I would give it like a 6 out of 10. I feel like the filling's really good, but the tortilla's a little YT for me. I also ordered myself a large French vanilla iced coffee with extra ice, extra creamer, add whipped cream, and add a caramel drizzle. Today for lunch, I brought leftovers from last night's dinner, which was some grilled chicken with some mashed potatoes and some string beans. For today's question of the day, I was going to ask y'all what y'all's favorite way to have a potato is. You know, because there's so many ways to have a potato. There's fries, there's curly fries, there's tater tots, there's mashed potatoes, etc. But I feel like I'm always asking y'all what y'all's favorite thing is. So let's go ahead and switch that up. If you're really listening to this video right now, do me a favor, go to the comments and let me know one food that you do not like a food that you would not eat if it was offered to you, a food you would never pay money for, a food that might even possibly give you the ick. Anyways, tonight for dinner, I am having some wing daddies. I'm having 2 sleeves balls, which are basically just like fried balls of loaded mashed potatoes, and 2 cilantro lime chicken tenders. But yeah, that is everything I had for the day. Like I always tell y'all, that's enough about me. What did you eat today? Let me know in the comments. Bye.
Here's what I eat in a day as a happy fat woman. And when I say a happy fat woman, I mean I'm not trying to lose weight. I'm just existing and being. Just like this little yogurt peanut butter apple mix was existing in my fridge and I decided to have it for breakfast. That transition was a silly one. Now that little leftover was a nice little aperitif, but for lunch I had some chili. Now I don't really have a chili recipe. I just throw what's ever in the pantry and what's ever in the fridge. I added a little bit of Greek yogurt on top, got a little bit of fried onions from the pantry/closet, and a side of pita chips to sop it all up. My husband asked if I wanted to try this protein peanut butter cup, and it was not good. I did not like it. My stomach was actually a little upset from it, and so I made myself a little Bloom. Actually finished a container of Bloom, my first time ever. Exciting. Surprise, surprise, I needed a snack, and what was there but a new box of Cheez-Its. They were very good, nice and crispy. I went over to my best friend's house for dinner and to spend some time with my little niece. Look how cute she is. We got takeout from Island Empanada. I got 2 little empanadas, a bean and cheese and a spinach one. And I got this giant potato ball that actually had vegetarian meat inside. It was so good. The spinach one was not my favorite. It's like too much spinach. And then we shared a real peanut butter cup, and that was my day.
Say it with me. What I ate today as a fatty. Morning fatties. Aminolene came out with a new flavor with Smart Sweets, peach rings. I haven't even tried it yet. So this is pre-workout powder, or you can use it for like anytime energy. Zero sugar, of course. Delicious. I think this might make it my number 1. It's really good. What this? I got our auntie, and I got electric ice lemonade from Jamba. It's blue. Buffalo tofu sandwich. We're gonna pretend it's chicken. So good. If you're vegan, this isn't bad.
This is what I ate today as a big, fat, beautiful woman who loves life and is not currently on a diet. Started at Starbucks, my normal cold brew with cream and sugar-free vanilla, but they put in way too much cream. Then I went home and I made some breakfast tacos. These breakfast tacos were fire. This is how I start. I sprinkle the cheese on the bottom of a hot pan, and then I put my tortilla right over it. I call these vampire-style tacos, and I got the idea from my friend who got the idea from Yard House. So once the cheese is nice and crispy, you flip it over, and it's the great base for a taco. I did guac, eggs, bacon, and green goddess dressing. This green goddess dressing, y'all, has become my all-time favorite topping for basically everything. And these tacos were amazing. Definitely probably making them again today. And then for lunch, I had my leftover kava bowl. I get half honey harissa chicken and half Greek lamb meatballs, and it's delicious. I basically add every single topping possible on, and it lasts me 2 meals. Then for a little snack, I had some crackers with the Trader Joe's caramelized onion dip, one of my favorite items from Trader Joe's. And then I had my electrolytes mixed with my greens powder. I actually really enjoyed this little combination, and I try to have it every day. It helps me a lot with cramping and just digestion and all of that good stuff. And then I painted my house for a little bit because I'm still doing renovations. And then I had a snack, just some Tostitos chips with some cheese, and I microwaved them and dipped them in some guacamole, and it was great. What a funny little snack. I felt like I was in high school again. For dinner, I had a friend come over and we made some Caesar salad and had some wine. And then we also shared the family style meat lasagna from Trader Joe's, which, no joke, is some of the best lasagna I've ever had. Definitely worth buying if you want a quick, easy meal. And I had leftovers. See you tomorrow.
This one I grab you with it, Johnny. I know get time, I did that, back down. That cover my face, calling me that, back down. Biggie man, we don't be where I back down. Tell me, what's it go? You are go, all depend. They catch it, ride the foot, I know feet, die for nothing. What's it go? You are go, all depend. They catch it, ride the foot, I know feet, die for nothing.
This is what I eat in the days of Fat Girl, who is literally just existing. Listen, if you've been watching these for a while, you know what's coming. Avocado toast and turkey bacon for breakfast. I have no creative energy in the mornings. This is all that I can conjure. By the way, this specific turkey bacon, not good. Stay away from the Butterball brand. Anyways, after that, it was lazing around a little bit until it was time to meet Brittany for some early dinner. I ended up meeting her at the Second Cup in the Village, but I cannot have caffeine past like 11 a.m. So it was just a water for me. After that, we decided to walk around in the unseasonably warm weather and just pick some place to sit down and eat. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. We had no idea if this place was gonna be any good. All we saw was a real cute looking restaurant. We figured that was probably good enough, and thankfully we ended up not totally regretting it. And honestly, if the only thing that I got on the menu that day was these pierogies, it would have been worth it. I don't know why pierogies aren't on menus first and foremost more often, but these were superb. I wish I had the words in my vocabulary to describe them. And then for the main course, I decided to just get some breaded fish. I think this was haddock, and it was also very, very good. 10 out of 10. I really wish I could remember the name of this place. One thing about recording these videos, I will say, I have become acutely aware of the faces that I make when I eat my food. Apparently, I look like I'm not enjoying myself, but genuinely everything tasted amazing, and I would definitely go back here if I could just at least remember the name of it. After we finished eating, we let our stomachs settle for a little bit. I stole my friend's sunglasses and took plenty of pictures and videos in them. Her sunglasses collection, by the way, is amazing. She gets like everything from Amazon. And then it was just more exploring of that general area. Grabbed another water and then headed back home to make some not so light dinner, but I was starving by the time I got in. And that was pretty much my night.
Here's everything I ate today as a fat girl who eats intuitively. For breakfast, I made a vegan sausage sandwich. I used the Richmond sausages and then I dipped in ketchup and brown sauce because I've said it once, I'll say it again. You can taste the sauce so much more when you dip rather than spread it on the bread. Anywho, I had a cheese string as a little snack and then I finished off my kale salad, but I added in some pasta, and instead of adding any kind of salad dressing, I just added in some pesto. It was lovely. I had a couple of bourbon biscuits with my tea. For dinner, I made this Mexican-inspired chicken bowl with potatoes. I air fried the chicken in various spices and also then the potatoes with some salt, pepper, and a little bit of oil. And then I had celery and cucumber and drizzled with ranch. And then later in the evening, I had some almonds and an apple. Okay, bye.
This is what I eat in a day as a fat person who's not trying to lose weight. For breakfast, I had scrambled eggs and strawberry toast. This comment is totally right. There is one thing I didn't record, and that is my water consumption, because water is not a food. For lunch, I had a pizza roll-up with some guac, very tasty. Later I had an oatmeal raisin cookie as a snack. For dinner I had an Italian sausage with chips and cottage cheese, and then a cup of milk and honey. Then for dessert I had an oatmeal raisin cookie, and that's all for the day. Love you, bye.
Here's everything I ate today as a fat girl who eats intuitively. As you can see, this was not your ordinary Saturday. I was at my friend's 30th birthday and she did a 1920s murder mystery. It was so much fun. I started with a mocktail and then they had this fantastic table of snacks. So I had some like cheese and pineapple sticks, some crisps and dips. It was a full day event, so there was lots of different bits of food coming out at different times. A few of us shared that plate of chips, and then they had a burger van, so I got a chicken burger and chips, but I actually forgot to film it, oops. And they also had a crepe stand at the back, which was really cute. I went for a strawberry and Nutella crepe. I always end up going for strawberry because I feel like it's a little bit tart, so it kind of offsets the sweetness. Otherwise, I just find crepes way too sweet. They also had savory ones, but I just went for the burger. And then later on, I picked out a couple of crisps and a bit of fruit, but that was basically it, and it was such a fun day. And if you've somehow managed to miss the previous videos I've made about this suit, I'm telling you now, I'm obsessed with it. Okay, bye.
This is what I ate in a day in my plus size body. When I was little, my dad used to take me on roofing estimates for his business, and he would get us bagels with cream cheese and jelly, and I just randomly craved one and it was so good. I made myself a smoothie, had one single pizza bite of Curtis's when he came home for lunch, and then made myself some soup because my stomach was feeling a little iffy. So that was good. And then I had an apple with peanut butter, and after that I made myself a sandwich with turkey, salami, pickles. There was a little girl who was interested, and we actually ended up pretty much sharing the sandwich. For dinner, there's Curtis. I heated up some leftover pasta, mixed in some ricotta cheese. There were also basil turkey meatballs in there. It was super good. I always feel like leftover pasta is the way to go. And then always something sweet before bed. I had a little ice cream. These are nostalgic for me.
This is an honest what I eat in a day as someone who struggles with binge eating. These are the Three Bridges everything seasoned egg bites. This is a new flavor I'm trying. See, these ones are good. It is 12:03 and I'm struggling today. I just had 4 waffles. I put a couple chocolate chips on them and then I used sugar-free syrup on top. I'm kind of down in spirits today and I tend to reach for sweet foods, but my husband left for a work trip today and I miss him. Simple as that. Moving forward from this, I also made myself a nice coffee. It's 4:46 and I'm so glad I pushed through early. Even though, I don't know, I think that was a moment I don't want to share, I'm going to anyway. Chopped up a turkey burger, scrambled 2 eggs, added a 1/3 cup of rice and spinach, plus soy sauce, and then I drizzled it with like some homemade Kewpie mayo. So we're getting McDonald's for dinner. We went to McDonald's because my son got a gift card for being in the 98th percentile in both reading and math tests. So I'm so proud of him. That's what we had for dinner. I got myself a triple cheeseburger. It is 9:30. I made myself 2 hard-boiled eggs while I was eating dinner because I knew I'd probably want something else or I really needed more protein. So it is the next morning and I just wanted to kind of check in with you guys. One, I didn't reach my water goal, but that's okay. So proud of myself for yesterday. I could have eaten whatever, but I didn't. And I'm so proud of myself for that. I'll see you guys for the next one.